reimbursement am I going to get for last week, this week?
None specifically from that, but as you know the way it works, if we fall below a threshold, then...
There's the answer. It's very, very frustrating. I mean, we're your bread and butter, basically.
Yes, you are. We value you.
And do you? A ticket, a one-off ticket, and you're over 20 minutes late. My understanding is I'm entitled to a reimbursement. I spend 3,600 quid for a yearly pass, and I'm entitled to absolutely nothing.
The contract we have is set by government, and we have a passenger charter whereby the whole route is measured, and if in any forward period and moving annual period we fall below a certain threshold, then compensation is payable to season ticket holders.
Although many key trains are late to season ticket holders at Cambridge. Another busy commuter train arrives from London. To increase efficiency, the front half will go on to King's Lynn and the back half returns to King. For platform supervisor Fran Ireland, the dreaded splitter trains are a daily headache.
Only. King's Lynn and Ely, the first 4 coaches.
This is the King's Cross one.
Yes, it is.
This isn't the King's Cross train.
Yes, it is.
King's Cross only, King's Lynn, the first 4 coaches. I see what you mean. It's pretty confusing for passengers, isn't it? Even those who look confident don't really know. They just want a reassurance, don't they?
Right. So
is this actually my train?
The signage here isn't very clear. We've just got one platform for the two departures. The monitor there is only showing the King's Lynn train, which confuses people if they want to go to King's Cross.
I knew there was this problem. I hadn't realised quite how, until you see it on the ground, how bad it is.
It's terrible.
It is.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. It is a nightmare for you, for the passengers. The opportunity for something going wrong, something getting on the wrong train is huge.
The King's Lynn half departs, but with 1 extra passenger.
Regretting I can't find my husband.
Do you think you might have gone to Kingsland?
Were you getting on the train or were you already on?
Yeah, he'd gone way ahead of me. This is typical of him. I better go to King. If you can find Royston Capel, tell him I'll wait for him at King's Cross.
Right. Royston Capel,
and I've got his ticket.
And he's not ahead of you,
no,
isn't so?
He might be. No.
No, he can't. He's not on an earlier train.
No, he's not on an earlier train.
And you're sure he's not on this train?
No. I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead. I'll wait at King's Cross.
The station.
Royston
All right.
Capel. Royston Capel. Okay.
Not only did she lose her husband, but her train left late. For Fran Ireland, it's the end of the shift. But it's not only the paying customers that suffer from delays.
It's just not good enough. I mean, you know, how dare they delay my train by 11 minutes? You know, there's all those delays up there. I don't believe it. It always happens when I want to go home.
We don't want you to go home, that's the problem.
Never mind. I suppose it could be worse. It could be cancelled.
What I said. Shh. Then you'd want a taxi.
Early the next morning, Fernley is out checking tickets.
Good morning, may I see the tickets, please?
To save money, WAGN have no ticket collectors at stations and just occasional inspectors on the trains.
This ticket isn't valid on this journey. It's you're travelling too early in the morning for this ticket. Standard fares only at this time of day, so we have to ask you to pay the supplement. I'll need just to work that out. Where you're travelling from Cambridge and you're going to London.
Right. Sorry, you're okay then?
Yeah, okay, yes. Right. Still learning to balance on these things.
Right, so if you just give me 1 moment, because we're just training here for a second, so we're doing it.
Okay. The calculation is that we have to charge you double the standard single, which is £31.40. You've already paid £18.40, so the excess is £13.
I'm saying you've got me, I don't have a penny on me.
You don't have anything on you? Credit cards?
I don't have a credit card, I'm afraid.
Nothing at all? So what's the process now then?
You have no money on you, you have no cash.
I have about £2, £3 in my pocket, that's all.
Either we charge you a penalty fare, which is expensive, or alternatively ask you to leave the train at the next station, which is Royston, and wait until you can catch the next valid train, which will be the one following this in half an hour, on which that ticket will be valid. Okay?
Yeah.
So you'll leave at the next station and wait for half an hour. Sorry, back again.
haven't really read the ticket properly, so I don't know. It doesn't say really this has to be used before 9:30, this has to be used after 9:30. It doesn't say that at all, so I suppose a little warning, a little sort of something to let me know. If you want to check the ticket out yourself, you can see it has nothing that says 9:30 on there.
Well, it's quite interesting, actually, Giles. That particular ticket the gentleman had, the network away break.
Yes.
For us on the trains, it causes untold problems. Sometimes we can't get through our trains because we have network away break after network away break on the train. You put yourself in their place, you get on, nobody said anything to you, and you show your ticket to the ticket inspector, and they're going to say, well, I'm sorry, it's too early. I need another £13 off of you. Now put yourself in their place.
You'd be absolutely furious.
You'd be furious.
Absolutely furious. So what do you think? Have you any suggestions?
Maybe if we had announcements at the station.
Yes.
Maybe if there was something on these network away breaks
that said not valid before.
Yeah, it would make our job so easy.
Back at Cambridge, Fernley is discovering that at this station it's not that easy to buy a ticket. He wants to help.
Can I help? What are you wanting to do? Doesn't accept the new £20 note. No good. There's a notice there. Yes, that's okay.
This happens every year in the middle of the tourist season. You cannot buy a ticket unless you have the forethought to come the night before, but you don't always know you want to travel the night before, do you? It's just management. Bad management.
WAGN fine passengers if they get on a train without a ticket, so they're forced to queue.
Well, we're waiting far too long to pay to stand on a train to London. And you can't pay on the trains anymore. It would help if someone would take responsibility when they see this situation and their train's leaving in 2 minutes, if they would give us permission to get on the train and pay on the train. I know you don't like us to do that.
It does happen sometimes,
but
when we have enough staff then to go onto the train.
So
it's not happening now because we haven't.
Well, that's not good enough.
It did on the 9:15 this morning, but not on this one. And it's this one that you're going for.
I'm trying to catch 10:15 and I missed it last week for exactly this reason.
But today the staff have decided to break company rules. As Fernley looks on, they allow the passengers onto the train.
Marie-Claude, you can go on the train and pay ticket somebody and you can pay on their own today.
One of the great successes of the railway at the moment is that far more people are wanting to travel by train. I have to admit, that has perhaps taken us by surprise over the last few years, and therefore we weren't thinking far enough ahead to make the investment commitments to sort this sort of thing out.
WAGN are having a rare blitz on fare dodgers.
Have your tickets ready, please? Tickets, please.
And after a 12-hour shift, it's time for Fran to go home.
Please.
Your tickets, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Tickets, please.
German.
Ah, yeah.
And you're England boy.
Yep.
I hope you have a nice night. I hope
It
so.
sounds like you're already having one.
I have one, yes.
Yeah.
The tickets in Royston out of order. Let me buy.
Now you pay the difference.
Wo gibt's denn? Ach, guten Abend, Kollegen. The English railway is very expensive.
Oh,
I work for German railways.
Oh, do
It's
you?
cheap.
oh, is it really?
Cheap, isn't it?
Yes, really.
Yes. All right, well, have a nice evening then.
We will
Enjoy
go.
your England.
I hope so. See you tonight.
Perhaps so.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Why?
Can I see your tickets, please?
Can I buy a ticket, please?
You can buy a ticket from the machine there. You can only pay by cash. Tickets, please. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Fernley is stunned by the number of passengers without tickets. In just 4 hours at this one station, the inspectors have taken £1,200.
It's so sad tonight just to see how many wouldn't have paid the fares had we not been here. It's amazing that they cured the automatic ticket machine. Never before have I seen it, but tonight, because we're there in uniform, they're queuing. They're not expecting to pay. They believe they can get away with a free ride. Precisely. They just think they can walk on, walk off as they want. I'm feeling absolutely shattered this morning. Came here to get some experiences, and I certainly had a bucket full yesterday. I'm pretty drained today. Pretty drained. It wouldn't have taken me much to have missed the shift this morning.